Hello everyone, you're joining us live in the Matsupaban for continued action at the UVHS Chess Championship. We're in the reset game 2. Now as it stands, if I go back here on my incorrectly set up info slides, we see that Chris needs to win this game to bring us to yet another tiebreak again and have a chance to end this once and for all to decide a champion. All Leo needs to do on the other side is just draw or even win this game. Now, we'll do a quick pre-match interview while he does a few Fortnite dances. Now, how are you feeling, Leo?
I'm feeling prepared.
Any other thoughts? What are you going to be doing this game?
I'm going to be, as the Italians would put it, scopare la madre di chess.
Right. I think something's happening to the. Can we check what's happening in the? Luckily, you're not seeing what we are seeing, but yeah. Right. At least okay. So what happened was the camera was picked up. The live camera. We'll go to the live camera now, actually. As we see the players getting ready for the. Well, perhaps it could be the last game after all. Yeah, the camera wasn't showing, but we could see it at least. But now, like, yeah, it's live now, so you could probably tell them at least. And yeah, you can start preparing for the match.
Where's my Mac and cameras? Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, yeah, yeah, let's get ready, and we'll start in a few minutes. This. Remember, Chris must win this. No, Chris must win it to bring us to a tiebreak. All Leo needs to do is win again or draw. It could be the final game if you win, and you get the championship. Well, what a story if it goes to a second tiebreak yet again. Maximum of 8 games after all. Right, let's bring you to the analysis board at the same time. We're joined by Mr. Mac and Harry again. Okay, here we are. I think they can just start whenever, really.
We probably won't know this stuff. Where's Emily?
I haven't seen Emily today. I'm not sure why. Let's expand that a bit more. I think they should be ready to start. Leo with the white pieces, Chris with the black pieces.
Should I shuffle the camera in?
I think it's okay as it is right now, perhaps. And it goes. Yeah, it's good. It goes dark in the studio, but this is very good. We can see the board clearly. Okay. Yeah. Just give it a few seconds and then. Yeah.
Did mess about with camera, so
Just showing the food and the dock as well. And it was lucky that it wasn't. I actually didn't show the camera yet on the stream, so that would have been like some sort of breach of whatever law. Because yeah, how many laws would have been broken if that would actually have happened? At least I had this camera like display right here, so I could see what was going on.
yeah. Championship with 1-0.
Right. Yeah, this is the time to start. After all, yeah. Chris does need to go somewhere after this. There might just be a short interview with him before he goes off, no matter the result.
Who's white is black?
So we got Leo with the white pieces, Chris with the black pieces. Yeah. We must be explaining something to each other right now. Okay. Yeah, it's a good sign. Definitely not frozen. Let's make this a bit bigger again on our studio screen.
I haven't seen anything that abnormal except for party recently.
Yeah, it's always been like that. Maybe. Okay, here we see the handshake, and it's for sure Leo's going to open e4. Okay. Has it started? Okay, I think it's just the middle button they press. E4 again, E5 again, knight f3, knight c6. If anything, Scotch. Harry, you're the master of the Scotch. Tell us what's happening.
I'm not a master of the Scotch.
Do you play a lot?
I don't play a lot anymore. Probably should.
Knight f6. Was it? No, it wasn't. It was not. It was 97, I think. Queen f6.
Queen at 97 as well, yeah.
I think that this went here, bishop e7, something like that. It's probably not accurate. We also see c3, I think.
Yeah.
And let's check where everything else is.
Yeah, well, it was
c3, knight takes,
okay.
bishop takes.
No. Wait, no, you took with the bishop, and then you've done it, but in
Yeah, just a different order, yeah. And what does he take with? The pawn again. Okay. So here we are. It's pretty even right now, which is it's okay for Leo. He wants something very boring to try and force us to a draw. No.
something new.
Yeah.
From seeing Scotch.
So we got Scotch with this queen here. So you've played a lot in these positions, Harry.
Kind of.
Any thoughts right now? Perhaps.
I mean, I'd say white is slightly better because he's got two pawns in the center, but the evaluation bar says that black is like, very, like slightly better. So I don't know. I don't know, I'm a bit confused.
It could be one of these games again where it's just even for now. The blunder gets made and then, well, all hell breaks loose. We see c6, this pawn pushing forward to kick this bishop back somewhere, either here or maybe back somewhere. I'm not too sure about that. Definitely don't bring it back here because this pawn it gets dropped off. Okay, so we could either see perhaps this being chased away. You could have avenues for this bishop to go here or here eventually. It does help black slightly, as with Chris.
He moved his queen to G6.
G
Black.
G G6, right? Then we saw Queen F3. Yep, defending this pawn at least. Then castling for black. Okay, this is interesting so far. So each side does have an undeveloped piece right now. So black hasn't developed this bishop, white hasn't developed this knight, but now he has. And at some point now, we probably need to think about breaking in the center and opening a line for this bishop to go somewhere. Maybe it could think about going here actually.
Pawn F5.
And f5 seems quite aggressive. It does open up this king right here. You could just drop back with a check so far, and I wonder what the idea is. Perhaps is to take this pawn here, and it's quite a good idea actually. Even though yes, you could check, move the king out the way. Once this pawn does get taken, it's defended by the queen. This knight's is defending, but then this rook will start staring at this queen, and we see yeah the bishop dropping back with a check. The king just has to move to the side. I think that's the only sensible idea for now. The other being perhaps d5 here, but yeah, king moving to the side is okay.
Surprisingly, on the castle, yeah.
Yeah, it's is he going to be leaving it out for too long? I guess he has developed everything. He's put everything where he would probably like to put it.
Let's take castle.
Yeah, castle now. But it did suggest, yeah, as Harry said, yeah, queen side, which looks yeah a lot safer, and you do support this pawn with the rook. But we see king side castling anyways. It's not going to be as exciting if he adds castled queen side here instead. White could really consider pushing these pawns forward and trying to come after the king. Same with white on this side; they could start pushing these pawns forward, but don't no, it won't end well. Okay. What was played beforehand actually? Um, I think it was, yeah, this pawn went forward,
Yeah.
which seems a bit sensible. Yet it does defend this again, and now we move the rook to here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did he move it one man?
So it's black to move still.
Yeah, he did then.
Hasn't moved still. It's interesting how it's suggesting pushing this pawn forward even more. I guess to clamp down on a lot of space where this is defended, I guess. You can't just push this pawn forward. I don't see why you want to so far. But then again, if you do push this pawn forward, you have to keep defending it.
Bishop, check on the queen. Push the ball forward. Yeah, it's on page.
See, okay, at least developing this bishop now, and I think the main idea yet, because then you do have the threat of taking this pawn after all and revealing an attack on this queen, as these two rooks are just connected like brothers now, defending each other for life.
Connected like brothers. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Things.
Okay, yeah. It's probably yeah, advance this now because you do have a very good decent pawn structure as well. And he's taken instead, opted to take instead.
Most people idea why it's because he's got the center now.
Yeah, he's got the center now, and now there's no more threats of taking this pawn and revealing this attack on the queen. Unless maybe do you consider now bringing this rook up here and then no, you don't obviously. Probably bring it here instead, and then stack the rooks together. That's the best way to use both the rooks, and start perhaps long term going after this pawn here.
Push forward. One. Queen exchange.
What does he do? Okay, he takes with the rook. Okay, which was an okay idea. And you do have, yeah, some ideas of, again, bringing this rook here. And you do have this loose piece for now. So it does suggest at least defending it by moving this rook here.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going good so far. There's a few imbalances which can make things interesting later on. But everything's okay so far.
Wants it to double up.
Yeah. Double up and it looks like, yeah, White's got a bit of initiative right now, just going after the attack. Yep. And it looks you don't always like to be in the defending side, which is black right now. Yes, it's even right now, but I think yeah, you could just about hold things together. Things are defended nicely. I mean, that pawns is defended really good. Yeah, because now you got two things. Yeah, yeah,
I try and prevent weapon. Yeah, he did it.
yeah. And go back here, I guess. Yeah. Even then, actually,
Now he's about 9 to the corner.
and I guess it could reroute at some point to here and look at perhaps this square as an outpost, which this knight is actually controlling as well, and perhaps exchange this off.
Yeah, but then he'll.
Then yeah. And I guess you do get a pawn back in the center as well, which is not a bad idea, actually.
Bishop takes. Not queen takes.
And why is the engine not suggesting trade of rooks? Was there an idea, Harry? Perhaps.
No. Let's check that. Yeah. Don't know why it wants him to move back here. No,
It goes back here. Bishop c2. It's peculiar here.
definitely.
And yeah, you do get line of sight on the queen. And it's probably a good idea now to move it somewhere else, actually.
And I he's protecting.
So do you agree with perhaps the suggestion so far, moving the queen out of the way, though? Well, yeah. Just move it here. F6?
Six.
Okay, so it's still roughly even. I think all the moves you can think of are okay so far. Now it's suggested to trade,
Mhm.
and then maybe after all the trades, all the rooks have been taken off the board,
Yeah,
if that happens.
once one. Yeah.
Interesting though, because if he opts to trade the rooks, which he doesn't, he brings the queen here, trying to, I guess, gang up on this pawn.
I think he's ganging up on the rook, maybe.
Yeah, this one later on as well. It's a clever idea. And then yeah, g6 just it's logical here. There's no dark squared bishop to perhaps put any pins on this diagonal here. I don't see why not. It's okay, and you do again defend this pawn as well. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. Then now I think you just lose a bit of a tempo, if anything, and you retreat this queen back somewhere. It's suggesting if you're a bit stubborn, you'd like to still look at this pawn here. You'd move this back to h3 or f3, something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, nice. It's quite accurate move so far. And and moving the king here is not what I'd think of, obviously. Does suggest also bringing the queen somewhere back as well. D6 or G5.
pretty equal at the moment.
Yeah. It's not clear what ideas they entail. So we do see an exchange so far, suggesting marginally. I think it's this level here. Probably a 1 point advantage is not the easiest to capitalize on.
I mean, for players at this level, no.
Now, do we take the other rook? I think Leo would probably want to take the other rook and just hope for a draw later on.
That's it, we'll call him.
Yeah,
And he does.
yep. It's a Leo thing to do. Then, okay.
Oh, yeah, because if not, then it's a back rank.
Yeah, it's interesting as well, yeah. Do not take that, yeah. And you do again put a bit more pressure again on this pawn, which, yeah, because you've just got to think twice as well. Like, was it maybe a good idea after all taking with the pawn? If you're going to start have things gang up on it again. But even then, what do you attack with? I think you've only got just these two pieces, this rook and this queen. This knight needs to maneuver everywhere.
I want him to back it up with the queen.
Yeah.
I'm saying. I'm saying he'll go G3 or G3 or E3. Yeah.
And what is this?
Oh, but he's got
What
the
is,
bishop.
yeah. Um,
Oh, that's-
oh yeah, it's because you could still take it anyways, but I think this is more of a safe option, I'd say. Just bringing it back here. You do, yeah. You should have gone just taking it with the pawn again, the same threat again. But then now you do allow him to defend it so far, but is this pushing the pawn too far though? You do allow a few checks perhaps on this way as well. Where is that? Here, right. And I guess, yeah, going after that A2 pawn, maybe.
B pawn flying. Oh, no, he doesn't.
And we do a
Looking for a queen trade.
okay.
And if he moves the bishop after the queen trade, he can take the rook.
I think that we have a bit of a problem for Leo now, actually. He is actually down on time. So he's got 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah.
He's just got under 4 minutes. So I think this is the games where now actually time is quite a factor as well. And remember, they only get 2 extra seconds per move. Though that's comparatively quite a bonus compared to all the games we've been doing so far. 10 minutes strictly each, and then yeah, no time gains after each move.
No, wasn't.
I think he has to start playing quickly at some point.
I'll trade.
And he go some knight a4,
That's interesting.
Knight to f2,
f7, yeah, and just kick that queen away. I think, yeah, defending everything somewhat solidly, but yeah, started to think he could start to like bully him, I guess, but
He attacked and moved to c5,
and then you have another way to start to trading the queen. And again, you do have a threat of this and this at the same time, so
I think he's almost working with him. He gets his best into it's fun now. E2.
Yeah.
could go after that,
Queen could
perhaps.
get one. Maybe.
I think he's moved it.
Also, if
Yeah,
the bishop
f7, d7, so
taking a2 with the bishop is a problem because if he moves the b pawn to b3, his bishop is blocked in.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
just don't be too greedy.
Eventually, also he'll seek it.
And that's a bit bold from Leo, just moving his king right into the open. Wait,
Oh,
Massive negative, yeah.
do you think he could see this, perhaps?
See a pen, yeah.
Because he could start to throw the king around. Yet,
So to see that's it's pretty much. That's right.
okay.
We've done there instead.
it's.
I think it's the time pressure that could be getting to them at some point.
Did he queen trade? No. Oh no, they still there. Sorry, I was looking at the queens on the side of the and I thought, oh.
If we just temporarily go back here, though, that looks quite scary. The queen coming to here, and then yeah,
Then takes with the knight. No, other way.
takes with a knight. Yeah, that forces the queen trade.
Trade.
Yep. Okay, this is going to be a very interesting endgame. It's very even, though.
Wait, is it an Armageddon game? No.
No, it's not an Armageddon game, unfortunately. I think you are you obliged to bring this bishop back here?
If it is a draw, that means Leo wins, doesn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, because it's just a 2-game series. D5, F3. Okay, we're just gonna have to keep following with the moves now.
Should we just go at the bar? Yeah, because they'll start moving pretty quick. Because Leo's got very little time.
Yeah, Leo's just going for the draw, isn't he?
I mean, if he's on very little time, there's a chance Chris can win this.
Okay, wait,
I'm
what?
gonna say
Oh, is that taken? Wait, he's down a pawn now.
He is down a pawn.
I'm gonna say Chris could win this.
Could he though? Yeah.
Chris was a check before. Yeah, without these two.
Then at least, because okay,
Way up.
I don't know. You can't really take advantage of this 2 versus 1 yet here.
See it on that clock.
We got a minute roughly.
E3.
A3. King moves here. B4. That's going to get chased away at some point. Probably check now.
Check, I'll switch up Charlie.
This is slipping away. I think once that pawn was captured, I think, and we're given that we're in an endgame like this.
If he moves the pawn forward,
That's pawn forward, but it's not helping just defend. It's not helping.
Yeah, it's there. I guess maybe just A6 could just solve the temporary problem.
That's it.
oh, and then he pushes out.
He pushed up knight, yeah. So it's queen to e6.
I think the knight is forced to retreat. Oh, Wait, no, never mind.
Queen to E6.
Then,
Pawn forward.
yeah,
Knight to E7.
yeah.
We're off with that knight. Queen to D4.
Oh, it's a king. Okay.
D4, sorry.
Just a queen, just a minute.
Give a random queen away.
Yeah, let's just go to the actual board itself and we'll try and analyze our best from there. Alright, we can't follow along anymore. We're just following along manually. Okay.
Enlarge that camera as menu full screen.
Yep.
There we go. Trouble here, black, big trouble.
Because then now you got that those 2 pawns on that A and B file now can just trade over. No, it's 58. And now they are roughly equal on time actually, so okay.
I thought that was
Maybe could that knight jump in at some point? Okay, that you're gonna have to stop that pawn somehow.
Yeah, that's it.
You can get a no, I can't.
I think you just have to least. Oh, yeah, because if you try and defend that promotional square, yeah,
Knight to. No, no, really knight.
you can't. Yeah, you can't move that knight either because that pawn falls, and yeah,
Could do a little check on him. If he moves the pawns forward now.
So he's
not gonna. If you
oh, yeah, he's moved his knight forward.
if he moves the
why has he done that?
you check him and take
Don't
the
know,
pawn.
man. Why is he not taking it?
He's not.
Oh, I think yeah, he's just delayed that so far.
If he promotes, then he could check him and then take the pawn.
Yeah.
So oh, but then oh wait, no, that would be
That's an angry. That's
never
moving
mind.
ages ago.
No, like I just realized. Why didn't he?
Wait, what?
Do that?
Wait.
Just promoted. He could have
He could have
promoted.
promoted with check.
Yeah. I didn't realize it promoted with checking.
If we were to check, yeah. He's going for the exchange.
Oh,
Close to what? Yeah.
yeah. I think this is I think it's looking like a win for Leo over here.
It's going to be difficult to lose it now.
He's got a knight. That's it.
Perhaps if he isn't careful, yeah, he could end up forking. But I don't think there's yeah, you can't check from there anymore.
No.
That's yeah. I think he was thinking of something. It just didn't work, unfortunately.
Is he lower on time now as well?
Yeah, he's just about to, yeah, 30 seconds. You've got to try something now. I think he's not going to give up that easily. Okay,
There goes the knight.
there goes the knight. Yep, I think that's, yeah.
He's just clearing him out. He's getting.
He's trying to flag, but I don't think with even with the 2 second increment you can do much.
No, it's looking like the end of the game over.
Everything's getting really cut. It's over.
Like, he looks like he's just messing with it.
Yeah,
It's going to be out there anyway, so.
yeah. Yep, that's why we have the spare queens. I think this is the only time we've had to actually use this spare queen. And yeah, so Black resigns, Leo wins the 2023 UVHS Chess Championship. Wow, what a season it's been, though. Highlights of the season, actually, Harry? Any?
I mean, my memory's not very good, so I can't remember any. But I've seen a couple blunders there now and again. That surprised me quite dearly. Like last time,
Yeah.
when Chris, I think blundered his knight. I'd say that was a highlight. I wouldn't expect that from Chris.
Wow. I think yeah, it was just at that moment where he first lost that pawn. I think this could have actually ended in a draw, perhaps, in a way. I'll just change a few settings on this computer, get this off. And yeah, let's get them in again for another interview. I think Chris does have to go somewhere at some point. We'll let him interview first. I don't think he's going to be maybe not the happiest for now, but it's quite what a championship it's been going quite a long distance, and despite yeah, yeah, finally the dinner times are back, and then we might just restart the season again at some point.
Oh man, I don't think I'm the best this year.
I think yeah, perhaps we can then make it some actual commentary for once and spectate. It's fun to spectate sometimes. Should definitely join us at some point. So, a quick interview actually.
Uh,
Thoughts?
I don't even know. I don't remember the game. Just happened. Uh, I'll take it, I guess. I got to the final. That's good enough.
Yeah, the number two, the UVHS chess members, I'd say.
Two's my favourite number, to be fair. So
Yep. So, should another championship happen, would you probably be happy to be seeded straight into the knockouts straight again, but in the opposite bracket to Leo this time?
you'll have to ask me next year.
Okay.
If I'm still.
All right. See you soon, Chris.
Might be.
Now, Leo,
Hopefully.
the UVHS chess champion, the UVHS number one.
Damn right. Yep, good game, good game. Again, I'm only human, so if anyone wants to challenge me or, hook up, I'm free.
I'm pouring Mias on that number one right now.
Oh,
Oh, we have Harry. This, I think, yeah, for next season, who do you see perhaps that could take away this title and dethrone you? Who do you see perhaps, yeah, challenging you quite hard?
the respectful answer would be Chris and Harry. However, my main man, Fred Culling, okay, love that man. Got banned from chess.com. Fucking outrage. Him. I want to see how he plays on the over the board.
Right. So next time when we do start this next season, where we do the prelims again, the knockouts again, and this whole final again, how far do you think this new guy, who was he called again?
Fred.
Fred. How far do you think Fred could go?
Easily top 8, but I know there are a couple nerds in the new year 12s, so maybe not even that. We might have, because they are absolute nerds. I am sorry. There are some bad people in the lower years. Don't trust them. Never have.
Okay.
Never will.
So any opinions? So for example, in terms of like position wise, so in the Open tournament you finished 8th.
Dog.
So we just want to run with you through the whole season again. So
Yep.
thoughts again. Yep. So when you
Technically, wasn't even meant to play in this tournament. I just beat Dan, so I got in.
yeah, because we decided we needed to do this quick tiebreak, if anything. Yeah.
When he got beat by an 800.
Yeah. What was your thoughts on that? I think it was one of the first few rounds actually, where yeah, it was a
Get beat by Annika.
yeah. I think he lost to
also said
Annika.
they were a good. Chris also said they were a good player. So,
Watch that game. Not play.
oh my God, Harry, we can't hear you all the way over there.
So they're not gonna play.
Oh, that's wild. You're telling me you absolutely got decimated by a year 10. That's unfortunate. I'd hate to be there.
And well, coming in as the number 8 seed for the knockout tournament, did you really expect to get this far, perhaps?
Nope, because I kind of figured, oh damn, kind of played shit. Why should it change now? But somehow got through.
Now, let's see some predictions from you. So, what position do you, if let's say Fred does make it to the knockouts, the top 8, you and Chris are already number 1 and 2 seeds. What seed do you think Fred would be, perhaps, out of 8?
Well, I'm hoping or Freya, I think. I think he'll beat one of us. I'm
Right.
not sure which one though.
Interesting. So, if he is, let's say, the number 4 seed, the way things are seeded, you could be meeting him, I think, in the second round if you both win your first games.
What's seed will I be though?
Sorry.
What seed? Is my seed already decided?
Yeah, if you'd like to play again in the next tournament, you're automatically seeded through to the knockouts. You could choose to play in the Open if you like, but it would just be the top 6 who are not already qualified by this automatic seeding.
Please, can I not be put through? I want to earn that spot fair and square.
Okay,
Because there's a chance I lose and commentate, and that sounds brilliant.
okay. What a decision from you. Do you think you could improve in your number 8 seeding for next time?
Hopefully, but you can't wish too much. There's chess is a very luck-based game, so unfortunately you can't predict those things.
Okay, and to finish off, now for Harry Beck, he's ready, rearing to take this title off you. How far do you think you can go as well next season?
Well, over this Easter, I know you absolutely improved a shit ton, so I'm kind of scared for summer. But
1,500 now.
yeah, see, that's not natural. I think he's taking like steroids or something. It's not normal. Check in PC, it's not normal.
And I hope to see you in the Barrow Chess Club as well. Seed wise as well.
Good one.
Where do you think Barry would end up as what seed number?
You'll definitely make it top 8. I'm not sure which because I don't know. You can lose like 3 seeds from losing just one unlucky game. Because like at 1500, you're good against 1500s. You're kind of bad against lower players because you're not used to them anymore. You're not used to their weird ass queen moves at the start of the game. You're not used to blundering your queen fifth move against your 10 on the second game of the tourney and having to deal with the fact for multiple months. But yeah, you're not used to that.
Well, that's it. You've just seen the finals of this season as well as the
Do not get me at fact.
highlights, things like that, and the Open tournament. And well, we'll see you next time. When will this all start again?